Everyone, I think we're about ready to get started with this year's annual conference. Thanks everyone for coming and being on time. It's great to see so many people here again, and I'm sure more will filter in as we go. I'm going to start us off for today. My name is Max. I think a lot of you have met me before. I'm a communications director for the DHIS2 Center at the University of Oslo, and I'll be opening the conference along with Ola, and we'll lead you all through some just logistics to start, and then start welcoming the various people who are here with us this year. So to get us started, turn this on. So first, just a few notes about the agenda. There are 4 days, and which is similar to what we've done in the past. There are some important changes this year that we've introduced to make it more engaging, to make it more flexible for everyone. We still have the same basic structure as previous years, where we have plenary sessions in the mornings, the first 3 days, and in the afternoon on Friday before we go for our party at the end. And we have parallel sessions in the afternoons on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then in the morning on Friday. We do have longer breaks this year. That's a big change. We know people like to mingle and network while you're here, so we made the coffee breaks a bit longer to give you a chance to do that. And in return, what we ask is that when the sessions actually start, that you prioritize getting into them. So it's more respectful for the presenters if the rooms are full with people when they start talking, but we've given you a lot of time to mingle in the breaks. So hopefully you enjoy that. We did get a ton of abstracts this year for presentations. We got 267, which I think is a new record. And as one way to share those innovative projects with you all, we've introduced a new concept as one of our parallel sessions, which is the lightning talk round. So in addition to our more curated and thematic sessions, we have one track that's just people presenting their abstracts, 15, 20-minute presentations. That's mostly going to be in conference room 2 across the way here. So if you want to hear really some exciting new work that's going on in the community, we encourage you to check those out too. We have at least 155 speakers presenting this year across 64 sessions. So that's a ton of people. So we really hope that you all get around and see a variety of presentations. And we also have some interactive activities that we did last year that we're bringing back this year, which is a quiz and a community practice event in the mornings on the next 2 days. You should have all gotten a paper copy of the agenda in your welcome packet. If you lose that, if you want a digital copy, we do have a link. It's available in these slides. It's also available on the homepage of the conference website. So you can just go there and download a PDF of it directly. Of course, we also have an interactive agenda, which is on the conference website. So you can see there all the different sessions that are coming up. You can look at them by day. You can sort by different thematic track. And if you have your own account, which all of you should on that conference website for in-person participants, you can then customize your schedule. You can save the sessions you want to go to. You can also find out more information about them there. And if you want to join online, even though you're here in person, you can find the Zoom links directly there on that online agenda. There's a mobile app too, which you can download, and that allows you to browse the agenda more fluidly on your phone. You do need to log into that using the same accounts you have on the website. And for online participants, you won't access the schedule that way. We are sending out an agenda every day to the online participants with the links to join the calls. As for logistics, many of you have been here before, but for those who haven't, it's the same setup as last year. So this is our plenary hall. We'll be here every morning for the first 2 days and in the afternoon. When you go out the main door, directly across the plaza, that's the building where we'll have our parallel sessions. And there are 4 auditoriums in there that are labeled 1, 2, 4, and 5. And those correspond to the numbers you see on the agenda. We'll be doing posters and experts lounges also in the building across the plaza. So there'll be a sign set up saying what's where. And side sessions will be in this other building, which we're using, which is in between the two. You can kind of see it off the side there. So if you go out the door here, it's to the right, the tall building on the right-hand side. Lunch is across the plaza in that direction. There'll be signs pointing that way. And you'll all be just lining up there. There's a similar concept to last year. We have pre-made bowls that you get, either a meat or a vegetarian option. And there's a bar with salad you can select from. And coffee breaks will be here in this lobby in the morning during the plenary sessions and across the way in the afternoon during the parallel sessions. And again, just check the agenda and that'll give you all the details on which session is happening where. And if you have any questions, just let one of us know. Some general logistics, you should all have access to this conference's Wi-Fi. We also provided you with a QR code that's around in various places you can scan to get access to that, but if not, this is the network name and password. There are toilets in this building that are downstairs. If you go out into the lobby, the men's toilet is that way, the women's toilet is that way, and they're down the stairs on both sides of the plenary hall. And then in the other building, they're in the bottom floor. So you go on the ground floor and go down the stairs, and there are restrooms there. Water in Norway is safe to drink. So if you need more water and there's not one out in the lobby here, you can just fill it from any tap. It's totally safe. If you're missing anything you need or want any snacks or any various supplies, there is a convenience store that's in the building with the cafeteria on the ground floor. So you can go there if you need to purchase anything for yourself. Some emergency information. If there's a fire in this building, we have various emergency exits. So one on each side here in the front and then in the back. And then just go out to the main plaza. And that's the rally point in case of any emergency. And if you have any questions or anything else comes up or you see some event that you're not comfortable with, you can just talk to any person wearing a staff badge. This is the blue color here. And in particular, if you have anything you don't want to talk to just anybody about, you can always talk to me, you can talk to Ola, you can talk to Kristen, and we'll help you through that. And then any general questions, we do have a help desk out in the lobby here, and we do have this email address, which you've all gotten various emails from. So either one of those is a fine way to get in touch with us if you have anything that you need to talk to us about. There are people joining us online. I think we had a lot of people sign up this year. Everyone who's an online participant should have gotten this information. We'll be sending out a daily email with more information. All the plenaries are available on Zoom and streamed on YouTube, and all the parallel sessions are also available through Zoom. And here's some more information about that. And this is also available to anyone here. So if you happen to be out and about and you want to check in on the session, you're welcome to do that while you're here live. This is also how we manage French interpretation. So if you're a French speaker and you want to get a French translation of a session you're in, it's through Zoom. So you have to log into the Zoom meeting for that session, and there'll be an interpretation option that shows up at the bottom of the screen. And here's that information again in French. I do not speak French, so I'm not going to read this. But if you speak French, feel free to take a picture, or you should have gotten this information in your welcome packet also. And then we are bringing back the app competition this year. You'll hear more about this later today at the What's New in DHIS2 session. We've got a lot of great submissions. We have 3 finalists, and we'll present a short introduction of those to you today in this morning's session. And then there's another session tomorrow morning where there'll be more detail about those. And Austin will be talking a little bit more about this during the What's New in DHIS2 session this morning. You do need a community practice account to vote in the app competition. So if you haven't already signed up for one, we encourage you to do that. And you'll be reminded about this later. For experts lounges, I think everyone has maybe engaged with these in previous years. We're doing it a little bit differently this year. We do have several different topics for experts lounges, both tomorrow afternoon and Thursday afternoon. And we have a QR code that links to a form where you can submit your questions in advance. You can submit ideas in advance for things you want to talk about, and we'll get back to you with a potential time for you to meet. I think there's also an opportunity to just drop by the tables. We'll have tables set up in the other building with signs on them that announce what the table's topic is. So you can find an expert that you want to talk to and just bring your questions to them. It's a really great opportunity to meet some of the people in the core team one-on-one if you haven't met them before and ask your questions. We're all friendly people. We don't bite, so feel free to come along and say hi. And we also have poster presentations. So these are, again, submitted by the community. There are a lot of great posters that will be presented this year. And we'll have those set up in the lobby area at the same time as the networking and coffee break in the afternoon. So, get a cup of coffee, walk around, and hear a presentation from some of your colleagues in the global community. And we also this year have a special display of 10 posters from the Climate and Health Project. We just had a conference about that last week, and there were 10 different countries that presented their work, and we have those posters here, and they'll be presenting those also on one of the days. You should get a list of the posters that are available on a per day basis. We're going to try to change them out each day, so you have a different variety to see to keep it interesting. We also have online posters for people who couldn't make it in person. So you can go to the community practice and look at this tag, DAC 2025-posters. I know there are at least a few there already, and more will be coming in the next few days. But a good chance to see work for people who couldn't make it here in person. And then social events. It's a very social conference this year. We have a social event every day. Today we have one, which is a couple hours at the end of the day. We have some snacks, some drinks. There'll be posters set up. There'll be mingling in the lobby. My team will be set up outside with a video camera to just do quick interviews with people. We'll talk about that in a second. The next 2 days, we have a shorter, just coffee break and poster and networking session alongside the experts lounges, again in the same place. And then Friday afternoon is our big conference wrap-up party, where we're all going to go together up to Sognsvann, which is a nice lake, just a 15-minute metro ride from here. And so I'll just go on the metro together and ride up there and have some food and drinks and have a nice long party as long as the weather is nice. But it is a bit chilly at night in Norway, so definitely bring a jacket for that. Yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be like 23 degrees. And then finally, this year, we also wanted to just make the sort of networking a bit more open for everyone so you can meet each other outside of our scheduled activities. So we do have a WhatsApp group that you can sign up for. You should have gotten a link for this in your content packet as well. So if you want to be invited to go out after the conference is over, feel free to sign up for that. And I think there are a lot of people who are very social and like to go out, and we'll show you around the city if you're interested. This is just a note about the interviews. We've done this each year for the past 4 years, I think, and it's been really great to hear some stories directly from members of the community. So we'll have a camera set up on a tripod. We just ask you one question: what does DHIS2 mean to you? And then you can say whatever you feel, whatever's in your heart. So we really encourage you to come and share your stories if you haven't done that already. And today is the group photo. The weather is not looking great, but we're going to try to get a group photo done outside before lunch. So after we have this session, Kristen will give an opening talk, and we'll have the What's New in DHIS2 session, and then we'll all move out together to the front steps in front of this building, and we'll get a quick photo taken for everyone who's in the conference this year. And then photos, if you take photos throughout the conference, you can submit them through this link, and then that's something that everyone in the conference can see. So feel free to upload your snapshots. We'll be giving out an award for the best photo at the end of the conference. So definitely some friendly competition, but even aside from competition, it's just a great way to share your vision of the conference with other people who are here. And like I said, some awards will be given out. We do have these activities the next 2 days in the morning. That's also to encourage you all to get here in time for the plenary. We'll be doing a short quiz, we'll be doing a COP activity, and some other things that will be given out at the end of the event. And I think with that, we are going to go hand it over to Ola.
Thanks, Max. Can you guys hear me okay in the back? Yeah, good. Okay, let's see. So when we invited you all to come here this year, we had no idea how many people would show up. I think we had big concerns with the financial situation that we wouldn't be as many. But it's quite amazing that we're more than 300 people here and counting. I think they've been printing new name tags all morning, and I'm sure some of you are still waiting to get yours. So these numbers are so-so. I mean, it's a bit like your aggregate data. We can make decisions based on it, but it's not 100% accurate science. But as you can see, we have more than 300 people. I think last night after I updated this slide, it was 303, and I think now if we ask Tale, it should be 320 probably. But it's great. We have, of course, a big team here from our own staff and colleagues, but there are at least 226 guests from the outside that have traveled here from 68 different countries and 24 different organizations. So that's pretty amazing. And we have more than 1,200, or was it 1,300 this morning that have signed up online. Many of you are listening. So it's great to also have you here. Yeah, so we can, of course, we don't have time to introduce everyone, but I'll show you some statistics, and then I'll let some of you get a chance to stand up as well. So if you look at this map, you can see that we come from all over the globe, from south to north, west to east, with Africa as the dominant continent with 25, it could be actually 26 countries. So it's about half the continent, led by a big delegation from Ethiopia, if they all got their visa. And I also want to make a special welcome to Africa CDC, the regional entity for the continent that are here for the first time. It's great to have you here. We just signed an MOU and really look forward to collaborating on strengthening DHIS2 in Africa together with Africa CDC. You can also see that I think there are more colors on the European map this year than ever before, quite broad participation. Special welcome to the Ukrainian Red Cross Society. Hope you arrived. Are you here? Welcome. And then we also have a big team from the European CDC that have traveled across from our neighbor Sweden. That's why Sweden has so many people this year. Welcome to you as well. We also have good representation in the MENA region. We have ministries of health from Syria, Jordan, and Palestine, and also for the first time, participants from Qatar, from the Education Above All Foundation. So welcome to you as well. And then I always have to mention the people that have traveled the farthest, from the bottom right here to the top left there. That's the team from M Supply Foundation. So Craig and team, welcome again. It's great to see you here. There you are. So a bit more statistics. Here you can see the kind of how big the different country delegations are. Ethiopia, if you remove Norway, of course, then Ethiopia has a big team together with Nigeria. Also Uganda, big team from Africa there. And the United States is always second after Norway, but this year it's actually, I looked at last year's statistics. This is less than half of what we had last year. So difficult times indeed. But great to have you all here. You can see on the pie chart that it's quite a good mix. Of course, we have a big team from our own center here at the UIO, but also a big portion of government, NGOs, international organizations, private companies, and quite a few from the HIS groups around the world as well. Welcome to you all. Then let's spend some time welcoming the Ministries of Health, Education and Agriculture that are here. I think you are the most important guest, of course, and it's from you that we learn how DHIS works, and sharing these experiences, I think, is the most important part of this conference. So we'll take some time to go through this 27, and this is where the data is maybe not 100% accurate. I added Namibia 10 minutes ago, and there could be other countries that we have missed out, but I'll call you out one by one, and then you can stand up and we can all welcome you. So let's start with the team from government of Angola. Are you here? Welcome. And then we have Dominica in the Caribbean, in the back there. Welcome. And we have a team from Ministry of Health in Equatorial Guinea. You're here? Welcome. And then we have a giant team from Ethiopia, both Ministry of Health and Ministry of Agriculture. Welcome. So not 24 yet, but still a big team. We also have Ministry of Education from the Gambia in the back there. Welcome. And we have Minister of Health of Ghana Health Service from Ghana. There in the back. And there. Welcome. And we have a team that traveled from Grenada as well. Are you here? Welcome. And Minister of Health of Jordan. Welcome. And then Ministry of Health in Madagascar. Are you here? Yes, welcome. And then Minister of Health from Malawi. Welcome. You see them? And the Maldives. In the back, where are you? Yeah, there you are in the front. Permanent Secretary of the Maldives. Welcome. And then we have Mozambique, Minister of Health. Welcome. Big team. And then the latest I added to the list was Namibia. Are you here? Sefrino promised you were here. There's Namibia. Welcome. And then we have Minister of Health from Nepal. Somewhere. And we have CMU, the Common Management Unit from Minister of Health in Pakistan. Are you here? Not arrived yet. Maybe not yet. And we have from Palestine, from the Palestinian Institute of Public Health. Welcome. Thank you. We are with you. Minister of Health in Rwanda. And from St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the back there. Welcome. Another island nation, Sao Tome and Principe. Welcome. And then we have Ministry of Education from Sierra Leone. Yeah, welcome. And then a team from Ministry of Health in Somalia. Are you here? Not yet. Visa challenges, maybe. Yeah. And then we have both Ministry of Education and Health from Sri Lanka. Welcome. And then St. Lucia, Minister of Health in the back there. Thank you. And then we have Minister of Health from Syria. 2 people, I think. Ah, you're there. Welcome. And then Tanzania. Claude, welcome. Good to see you. And first time I saw Claude, I think it was the very first academy we did. So it's been great to have you back, Claude. And then Minister of Health from Uganda. Not yet. And the Zambia. Do you have Zambia here? Yes. Welcome. Yeah. And now the important question, did we miss anyone? Any governments, ministries from countries not mentioned on the screen? Not yet? Let's see. Well done. Welcome to you all. Okay, we do one more quick introduction round. So we, of course, we have many from HISP and from governments. If you remove this from the equation, these are the kind of most represented organizations. So we can also take time to welcome you. We can start with the team from HubTech Solutions in Ethiopia. Are you here? HubTech? Not yet. Hopefully they are coming. Okay. Then we have a team from PAT, I think from different places in the world. PAT, welcome. And we should have a team from Data Science Nigeria. Can you stand up? Do we see you? Not yet. And then eHealth Africa, also from Nigeria. Are you here? Visa challenges from, okay. We've already said welcome to M Supply Foundation, but I think there are 3, 4 here. You can stand up, welcome. And then the team from European CDC, please stand up. Thank you. And then we have a team from Simprints coming back this year in the back there. Welcome. Good to see you again. And Max said I skipped JSI. That wasn't on purpose. Extra special welcome to JSI. Where are you? Thank you. And then we have UNICEF, I think different country offices and HQ. UNICEF staff, welcome. And Ukrainian Red Cross Society, welcome. And then we have a team from LifeNet International in Uganda. Are you here? Yeah, welcome. And then we have CARPHA, the Caribbean Public Health Agency, that brought all their countries. Welcome to you again. And then we have CHAI, different country offices. Thank you. Also coming from different places in the world, I think. Yeah. And we have also WHO, a bit spread out HQ and country officers. Welcome. Great. That's this is the last slide. So of course we didn't get to to introduce all of you, but we have an online platform where you can browse participants. You can also add your own profile, and we have, as Max said, many long breaks this year, and we have many networking events in the afternoon. So hope you take the chance to meet new friends or talk to old DHIS friends or grab one of the many DHIS experts that are here. That actually reminded me that there was one more thing I wanted to do, and that is to ask all the HISP groups from around Africa, Asia, and Latin America to stand up. There should be 37 of you if you've been up in the morning. Welcome. So, we've had a busy last week with internal HISP meetings, and the HISP network is growing. We have 25 groups now, and it's great to have you all here. Yes, so please grab them if you have questions and you want to talk to DHIS experts.
We missed MSF, it said.
Yeah, there are many more organizations, but they have smaller teams.
So we missed.
But, there are many. We didn't have time, but we can say welcome to MSF as well. I think if next time, just if you register all as MSF and not as your individual regional, then your number together is bigger and you will end up on the chart. But welcome to MSF as well. Yes. Okay, I think that's it. You also have the COP with a lot of chances to meet people, of course, if you're online. Thank you. Then
Thank you.
over to Kristin.